Delicious.
Hey y'all, it's Tammy with Collard Valley Cooks, and today we're making a no-bake Jell-O cheesecake with some fresh peaches. Alright, over here we've got some California peaches, and I chopped up a couple of small Georgia peaches in here. The Georgia peaches have an orange flesh, and the California peaches have a white flesh. The California peaches are real soft, and the Georgia peaches are firm. So anyway, we've got 2 cups of peaches, 3/4 cups of sugar, and about 3 tablespoons of butter in here. And I've got it on a high heat, trying to cook it down to make a syrup. I also put in 1 little sprinkle of cinnamon. The next thing we're going to do is use our Jell-O no-bake cheesecake mix. I just thought this would be a good one for you guys if you're in a hurry and want to make something for the family. This is the crust, and we're gonna add 4 tablespoons of melted butter. 2 tablespoons. Lord have mercy. We're gonna put in 2 tablespoons of sugar. And we're going to mix this up and get it in our pie crust. So I'm just going to use a little spatula because it makes it easy to press the butter into the crust. So the crust mix, 2 tablespoons of butter. The crust, 4 tablespoons of butter melted, and 2 tablespoons of sugar. And all this is graham cracker crumbs. So you don't have to have, but these things come with their own crust mix, so you may as well use it, right? Instead of using one you've already got. Now we're going to press this into the bottom of this pie plate. Now typically when you make your own pie crust, like what we're doing, pretty much the same thing. You bake it for a few minutes, and they don't ask you to bake it, so you skip that step. But it's probably a little more crumbly when you serve it than if we were to just put it in the oven and bake it a few minutes. That's totally up to you. We're not going to do that today for sake of time. I'm just going around the edges to make them flat and pretty. Alright, there's our crust. And this is coming along, doing really well. It's got 3 minutes longer to cook while we mix up our filling. So that's going to be nice and syrupy for us. Alright, next step. Easy peasy breezy. The cheesecake mix is just a Jell-O type cheesecake. We're going to put it in here with 1 1/2 cups of milk. It's powdery, isn't it? So we got 1 1/2 cups of milk. And you're supposed to beat this for 3 minutes. So I'm going to turn my timer on. So you're going to mix it on low just for a few seconds, and then you're going to beat for 3 minutes. We got a nice creamy cheesecake mix. Looks pretty. Alright, let's check on our peaches. You can see they're nice and they've turned into a pretty dark syrup. And that's what we wanted. And these are so pretty we probably don't even need these other peaches to decorate with. Well, they look good, don't they? Alright, let's get this party started. Because these are so hot, we're going to put them in this pan and put them in the freezer right quick to cool them down. Because you don't want to put hot peaches on top of a nice cool cheesecake topping, or it would ruin it. So you're going to have to chill this for at least 10 minutes or so before we can put it on our cheesecake. And I use an 8-inch pie plate instead of a 9-inch because I wanted it to be nice and tall. And one of the reasons they want you to whip it on high, at first it splatters. But once it starts to thicken, the higher you go with your beating, the more air it puts in the cheesecake and the prettier it's going to be in your pan. So I used the 8-inch pan because I thought it would be really pretty and thick and tall. Now, if you can't have a lot of sugar and you couldn't eat that peach topping, you could always candy peaches like I did here and lay them on the top, just, you know, for your friends and you, and just lay them around on the top. But of course, we're going to use our peach topping. But I just thought I'd show you what you could do if you're diabetic and you are really watching your sugar. You wouldn't want to use what we're using on the top. But if you've got some friends and you want to make them a no-bake and have them over, I know some people are having to be real careful, but if your friends haven't been out and you haven't been out, it might be pretty safe to get together and have dessert so that you just don't go plumb crazy, right? Okay, look at our pretty fluffy cheesecake, and here's our beautiful topping, and it's cooled down enough to go on top of the cheesecake. I'm going to stir it up because part of it's cooler than the other, and it looks really nice. Now the kids, of course, don't want to eat the peaches, so I'm going to put it on half of the cheesecake, at least. And of course you could leave it off and just serve it on the side. And you can buy peach topping, but not many people have it. And this is way better than buying it. Let's dig into it. Now, granted, it's not cool, but y'all always like to see me taste something. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to cut it right here at the edge. And after this sits in the refrigerator for a little while, it'll cut easier. Chris has got to go fix a fish trap thing. So let me give this a try, man. It looks good. Looks really good. That is really good. Delicious. I never make these. I think I'll buy them. Or we have sliced thin some Georgia peaches because the flesh is a little tougher, and I sugared them really well, put them in the air fryer at 380 degrees. And they're in here cooking with a lot of sugar on them. Matter of fact, I think I'm going to sugar them again. So we sugared them once, we're going to sugar them twice. And we're just going to use these to decorate the top of our cheesecake. This is just a simple no-bake cheesecake. Anybody can make it out of a box. Those are ready for the top. They look good. So they're nice and candied. So I'm just going to sit this right here for now. And we're going to use those peaches on the top of our pie to make it pretty. Thanks for watching Collard Valley Cooks, where we cook like Mama did. Get you some fresh peaches, y'all. Make you one of these no-bake cheesecakes.